Today's adventure takes me to Hillside, New Jersey, outside of Newark, New Jersey, and to Evergreen Cemetery. This cemetery has about 27,000 graves here. It goes back, well, the sign behind me says 1853. It actually goes back further than that. There's graves here from the early 1800s, possibly late 1700s. Now, usually I like to film outside of the gates, my intro, but can't really do that here. It's like right on a busy street, and I might be part of this cemetery if I try to do that. So come with me as we explore Evergreen Cemetery. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another video. This time I'm in New Jersey, Hillside, New Jersey, near Newark. Beautiful monument here. John Brisbane is the name, and his wife Medilia Melnerva. No, Melvina is the name on that one. Nice family plot. This cemetery goes back a ways, early 1800s as a matter of fact, and we're gonna just check out some of these beautiful old family plots. Morell's family plot here, and you can see the old concrete posts, the metal horizontal fencing. We have Susan Morell, 1904, and William Morell, 1900. It's interesting because we have some new ones mixed in with some old ones. Mulford's the name on this one. David Mulford died 1889, 64 years of age. And Charity Mulford, his wife, she lived on to 1903, to the ripe age of 81. And Amelia, their daughter, died in 1906. Sarah, their other daughter, 1935. And Mary, their other daughter, 1951. Some beautiful old gravestones here. Most of them can no longer be read. Here's one here that can. Louisa Howland, it looks like, wife of Marcus Mulford, died 1896. She was only 43 years of age. This is a pretty tall obelisk here. That of Anthony Oliver, born in 1833, died 1883. And then his son died 1929, Hattie. His wife, I assume, 1955. No, a child, must have been his daughter, 1855 to 1860. William, 1838, 1881. Paul Oliver, 1871 to 1909. Massive monument there, standing at least 20 feet high. Looks like we have a very fresh grave here. Yep, that one was just dug. Just dug. This is an old obelisk here. What's interesting, has a sign here that says special care Not 100% sure what that means. Hard to read that name. Stobaeus, it looks like. Very nice obelisk. I wanted to go over here because this is something that I don't see often. I thought it was very interesting. Look at this. This is pretty neat, guys. This gate here, A. Clark, it says, number 34. This old metal gate. You could tell there were chains here. You can see the hook right here where the chains went. The chains are long gone. The only thing that remains is the gate. And beyond that gate is this obelisk, standing about 15 feet tall, to that of Abraham Clark, who died 1874 at 79 years of age. And Susan died 1855 at 60 years of age. 1 day, 6 months and 1 day. And we have Howard Clark, 1865 to 1897, and Louisa, 1826, excuse me, to 1910. And this side, Mary Clark, 1836 to 1899. Sarah Elizabeth, 1834 to 1915. So it seems like they had pretty long lives. And Smith Clark, 1874. William Clark, 1896. Lots of Clarks on that monument. The monument's still in very good shape. You can still read it, which is very impressive. Wow, just look at this place. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I do see some mausoleums straight away that we have to go look at. I mean, look at this. Let's check out this first mausoleum that is bricked in. As it extends into the earth in the back there. You have the Gothic architecture, and you can see that that door wasn't very tall. That door's about 4 feet tall, not very tall at all. No name above the door, no date. Sort of a mystery. I want to check this one out that's back here as well. This one is absolutely huge, guys. This is about 20 feet tall. Limestone. You can see the doorway bricked in. Again, no name. Oh, I almost stepped in this. Look at that. Got some holes, some critters in there. Darn. Almost stepped in that. There's holes everywhere. Another doorway on that side. That is pretty limestone. Wow. Oh, I get it. Look at this. So above the door here it says Sire. S-I-R-E, and people have put some candles and an Arizona iced tea. Okay. Interesting. Got one right behind us. Brown is the name on this one. Beautiful classic style mausoleum there. Glass in the door is opaque, so I'm not going to be able to see anything in there, unfortunately. Nice mausoleum. Not quite as big as this mausoleum, however, but nice indeed. I love these traditional style, old-fashioned, like old English style tombstones here. I see Hamilton, wife of something Hamilton. It's hard to see. Louisa, maybe? Hard to read. The 220 year of her age. I don't think she was 220. And something of Joseph Ogden down there, infant son. Their infant son. I love those markers. Another one next to it, unfortunately unreadable. And that one next to that is also unreadable. And behind that is another old marker, again unreadable, as the weather, especially here in the Northeast, will take a toll on the tombstones. I have no agenda today. I'm just walking around this cemetery to look at some of these wonderful monuments. Got another very tall obelisk. Crane's the name. Josiah Crane, born 1791, died 1873. That's pretty old for that time period in the 80s. He was in his 80s. Electa Ross, his wife, she lived to be in her 80s as well. Here's his son and his wife. Didn't quite live to be in their 80s. And John Crane, don't know the relation, 1817, 1893. And Abby, the wife of John Crane, 1821 to 1875. Beautiful monument. Okay, let's see what else we can check out here. Of course, we have another mausoleum, and I always like those. Mausoleums are always good to check out. Rogers is the name on this one. Pretty simple mausoleum, not too big. The copper doors that have tarnished over time. I really want to check out this one over here. This has some significant size to it. Look at that, with the urn on top, the tapered column with the urn on top, and surrounding it is, wow. These are amazing. Unfortunately, can't really read names. Maybe you can read them better on camera. I see Mary here. difficult to read, very well worn, as is this one. But there's a whole ring of monuments, tombstones, headstones, whatever you want to call them. I use those terms interchangeably most of the time. That is surrounding this particular large column. And here we go, William Chetwood Jr. died 1864 at 31 years of age. Perhaps in the Civil War. And here's William Chetwood here. The top that fell off. Died 1857 at 86 years of age. So I'm guessing this is the Chetwood family plot. And that's their monument. Yep, Robert Chetwood and his wife Kate. You just see all of the Chetwood descendants surrounding that beautiful monument. Another interesting family plot here across this road. This fence has seen much better days. Wow, you can see where it looks like maybe a tree fell on it at one time, crushing this fence. In the back there, you can see how it originally looked. What an ornate fence this was at one time. The gate is gone. That's the top of the fence post. Bjorman is the name. Beautiful urn that is draped, and you can see the adjacent to this is a large tree which may have shed some of its branches like it has up there, and maybe that is the reason why portions of this fence are crushed. Maybe not. Maybe there's other reasons. Who's to know? Beautiful walk on this spring day here near Newark, New Jersey. We have some mausoleums, of course. Look at these holes. I mean, I don't know if that's groundhogs or what that is, but man. I've got to check these out. I mean, these are just classic headstones here. Unfortunately, they're so old. These are probably the oldest in the cemetery. Unfortunately, I do not have my flashlight with me today. Wow, those are amazing, amazing. All right, let's check out a couple of these mausoleums over here. If you wouldn't mind joining me for this, I would appreciate it. This mausoleum has gutters and electrical. There's actually conduit going in. There's pipes coming out. Maybe this isn't a mausoleum. Maybe this is like a receiving chapel. I don't know. We'll find out though. Yeah, it has like regular doors on it, so maybe it is some kind of chapel. Not sure. We have Haskell A small mausoleum here. George Schmidt Jr. Larger mausoleum. Very nice. And it goes down the row here. We have Meyer. So you can see there. Next one we come across is Moore. Finally, we have Hirsch. This is like a classic Greek mausoleum with the columns. Hirsch there above the doorway. Beautiful mausoleum. See if we could see anything in there. There is some light. Oh yeah. Very nice. I really like this one. Idarola is to be the name. Look at this statue of a woman resting on several pillars. Beautiful statue. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if this is maybe Caroline. I don't know. Let me see what it says over here. Mother Antonetta. This is probably her, I'm guessing. 1881 to 1927. So she was in her 40s. Well, here's Anna, 1905, 1921, probably maybe one of her daughters. But look at that monument. That is just beautiful. Just beautiful. That took some time right there. Like in many of these old cemeteries, we do have a Civil War section. Many Civil War veterans in this cemetery. All with flags. Most with flags. And then as we walk over here, we actually see a cannon. Old Civil War cannon. These have some of the old markers. Let's take a look at this cannon. Wow. I don't know if you can read that. Number 204, 1864. It says WPF. And then it says RMH 64. All those markings mean, but that is a massive cannon. Probably one of the bigger cannons I've seen in a cemetery. Wow. Just wow. That is impressive. And across from that massive cannon is this very old mausoleum. bricked up. I'm wondering too if maybe there was a stone face on it at one time that has given way to Mother Nature over time. But this, I believe this belonged to a doctor back in the 1800s, but it's a mound. It has an entrance to it, is what it amounts to. Very interesting. Look what I see here. Look what I see here, guys. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dun dun dun. Is that a badger? Is that a groundhog? It's a big animal. It's a large animal. What is that, guys? That's what's making all the holes in this cemetery. Yes, it is. That is what is living well in this cemetery. It looks like that's a fat little guy. Interesting. Wanted to show you this mausoleum that is in the side of the hill. Got some kids' toys here. Probably put next to an infant grave. I mean, this is so interesting because you do have modern monuments here from like 2021 next to this mausoleum from 1854. Wow. This is probably one of the oldest mausoleums I've ever seen. Family vault of Sylvester Van Buskirk and James M. Jacques, 1854. That is amazing. And look at this. Here we have like a serpent or with wings, or some kind of dragon with wings. Absolutely amazing. Amazing mausoleum. I wonder who has got the key to it. Does anybody watching this have the key to that? Huh. I have a feeling that key is long gone. And even if somebody does have it, they have no idea what it's for. What a great mausoleum. Thank you everybody for coming along with me today on this trip. Now, New Jersey today, I think that is probably the 7th or 8th state that I've now hit for cemetery explorations. So that's not a bad track record. I'm trying to get to as many states as I possibly can to do some explorations for you guys and show you some wonderful cemeteries. So thank you very much for coming along on this one today. And as always, until next time, you know it, keep exploring.